All right, lesson 7.1, angles introduction. We're going to run through some of these examples here in your practice packet starting on page number 2. First thing we're going to do is talk about naming angles. Just a reminder, we have angle B, angle 4, angle ABC, and we can also flip this and do CBA. For number 2, we have angle E, we have angle number 5, we have angle DEF, and we have angle FED. Down here at the next part, we're going to use the pictures and classify them listed by writing the letter. So if I look at letter A here, this is an obtuse angle. So I'm going to go ahead and put it into the obtuse column. For letter B, that's going to be acute. For letter C, that is going to be obtuse. For letter D, that is going to be a right angle. For letter E, that is obtuse. For letter F, that is a right angle. G is an acute. H is an obtuse. I will be an acute. J is a straight. K is acute because it's less than 90. And L is also going to be a straight angle. Question number 4, find the angle, determine if it's acute, right, obtuse, or straight. EOB is this angle right here. And that one is going to be obtuse. It's bigger than 90. Erasing this and going back, angle AOB. So that'll be right here. That is going to be acute. And angle DOA. DOA, that one will be obtuse. So going back to our picture, we talked about adjacent verticals today. So looking at angles 2 and 5, they're opposite across from each other, so they are going to be called verticals. Angles 5 and 6 are right next to each other, sharing that common side, so we call them adjacent. And from here on out, I'm going to shorten these. Angle 4 and 6, they are neither vertical nor adjacent, so we're just going to put neither. 1 and 3, same thing, are going to be a neither situation. 3 and 4 are next to each other, so we're going to call them adjacent. And 1 and 4 are opposite each other, so they are going to be called vertical. Question number 6, solve for the missing variable. So we're using the vertical angles are the same. So x is going to be equal to 78 degrees. Here in this next one, noticing that they're a linear pair. So I'm going to do 180 minus 163. And that is going to give me 17 degrees for x. In the next one, we have a linear pair. So I'm going to do the 180 minus the 34. That's going to give me 144 degrees for this 146 degrees, for this missing one. And in the last example, these guys are vertical, so they're opposite each other, so x is 127 degrees. Filling in the picture down here, if angle 2 is 45 degrees, we know that the opposite, the vertical, is also 45 degrees. If I cover up the bottom part of the picture, it might actually help to just do that here quickly for you. If I'm looking at just that part, those top two on the top are a linear pair. So if I do 180 minus the 45, I'm going to get 135 degrees for angle number 1. And moving that little rectangle out of the way, 1 and 3 are verticals, which means they are going to be equal to each other. Or I could have actually, trying to move this box. Could have moved the box back up here, covered up those parts, and realized that they are a linear pair down there as well. So filling this in, 1 is 135 degrees, 3 is 135 degrees, and angle 4 is 45 degrees then. And that is it for 7.1 practice packet.